Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Intensity Broadcasting. I am Eddie Smith, and tonight we are in the Rebels Cup Series, Syndicate Cup Series on Saturday night. And tonight we're going road racing, and we are mostly an oval league. So tonight we're going to call the race the road. You've heard of the Road to Pro. Well, this is going to be the Road to Slow 200 at Watkins Glen. You see the track layout. Probably one of the most basic road courses out there, but that's a good thing for these Cup cars. We're going to see how next-gen cars handle, these road courses. It seems like these cars really built for this type of races, sequential shifters, really wide body. I think it should drive pretty well compared to some stock cars that we've seen before. We're going to do a little bit of qualifying watching tonight, as we got 10 minutes of qualifying. As you got to have an out lap, qualifying lap. So we'll watch Jonah Colbert go around the track as he gets his out lap going. Got Fry Hubbard already on the track as well. In iRacing, we were able to qualify all at the same time. So everybody has their own instance to qualify. Nobody else on the track. So these guys coming to take their first lap here. Is, I will probably blank on the turns a little bit. Probably should have checked that out, but I know most of them, so I'll call the ones that I do. Here come Fry Hubbard. He gets that 42 machine wound up. So he's taking it real easy. Can't get any off tracks. You can't, any incidents will invalidate your lap time, so it's important that you drive smooth. You can drive on the limit, but you have to be careful that you don't touch the wall, you don't get an off track, because that will invalidate your whole lap time. But so far, so good. Tell you who you got to worry about, though, Zach Wetstein, who is a road course master here in the Original Rebels. Anytime a road course comes up, you better believe he's going to be ready for it. And he's going to be at the top of the chart, so I expect to see him up there as well. He's coming through the S's. I mean, that's not the S's, the bus stop. I even know it's not the S's, but I called it that anyway. So that's how tonight's going to go. It's going to be good. So you can get wide there. I don't think that gets you an off track, but I really don't know the limits. I'm pretty sure that's pretty safe. I would imagine he wouldn't be doing it if that was the case. Let's go ahead and show the tower over here so you can see real time what everybody's throwing down. You see Jonah Colbert already laid down at 1:13.3. We'll see as Zach Wetstein comes and completes his first lap. And right up to the top of the board with a 1:12.92. And looks like Zach going to call it quits as Jonah still on the track. Got Aaron Adcock, Poman Motorsports, going around making his first lap. You're going to see all kinds of drivers here tonight, all kinds of skill levels, as everybody's pretty good on oval road course. There's a big learning curve that some guys have just never ventured to. So we're going to see all kinds of skill levels. And I'm not really talking about Aaron, since I'm on, cameras on him doesn't mean I'm talking about him. I just mean in the race in general. So had a long practice, so we'll see what guys have been able to do. We'll watch as Aaron comes across the line. Aaron Adcock with a 1:16.15. So a little bit of work to do. As we look right now, so far, Zach Wetstein about 4/10 faster than the field. We've got Jonah Colbert and Daniel Cunningham, JC Motorsports entries, kind of running close, and then there's another half second to Fry Hubbard in fourth place. So a pretty big gap already. As you see, it definitely falls off quick. And road course racing usually has that type of issue where, in oval racing, you're used to tenths being most of the margins or the intervals, but at road course racing, these drivers are really going to separate themselves. So I'm really excited to see how this is going to play out. It's going to be a long race, quite a few laps. as this series always runs 50% of the actual race. Brandon Wallace on track, and good grief. I don't think his lap's going to count. As he's either trying some cheater strategy by taking his front bumper off, or he has slammed the wall and maybe just trying to put down a time. Did not count that time, so he must have had off track as Brandon Wallace. Definitely struggling there on that lap. Qualifying looks like it's pretty much wrapped up. Doesn't look like anybody else is going to qualify. Some folks will elect to not qualify, and it's always such a weird thing to do because you got probably 10 or so drivers electing not to qualify, and they're all going to start together. Seemed like it'd be better. Maybe I'll just go ahead and qualify, and you're probably going to have some people start from the pits. We don't have cautions, no full course cautions, thank God, as the race would take forever. So you go green all the way to the end, which is good. It means it'll go by pretty quick. But it also means that, some guys are going to start from the pits, try to avoid any turn one melees, any issues in the S's, and give themselves some space. That way they can run up through the field. It'll put them behind the leaders, as that will make it very difficult to win the race. But if you're just wanting to get to the finish, like most of these drivers probably will, that will be the strategy that they will employ. But I'll be interested. I mean, I know Zach Wetstein's good. I know Jonah Colbert, Daniel Cunningham, they can definitely lay down some good laps. But I'm excited to see maybe who, because I think this car is a little bit easier to handle on a road course versus, say, the truck or the Xfinity car on a road course are just awful, just no fun to race. But I think this one might be pretty fun. So I'll be excited to see who takes to this car and is able to kind of surprise us. That somebody we wouldn't think would be any, maybe we wouldn't think be running up front. So maybe we'll be surprised. We got about 2 minutes left in qualifying, and we'll get the grid situated, and then we will have our first little pace lap and get this thing green. I'm excited. I think this may be my first. I think this might be my first broadcast at a road course, so I'm excited to see how this is going to go. Going to be a lot to keep up with, and probably going to be strung out, maybe a little bit boring at times. But we'll try to keep it interesting, keep it fun, and make sure that you see all the action, you don't miss anything. And not having cautions will make it a lot easier to make sure everybody gets talked about. So, going to be able to get everybody on the broadcast tonight. Well, a little less than a minute left in the qualifying session. Let's maybe talk to somebody, see if we can get a little insight on what to expect tonight. Let's bring old Charlie Elmore up here. I didn't tell him I'm going to do this, so I might surprise him. Charlie, this is Eddie in the Intensity booth. You got me?
Yeah, Eddie, how's it going?
Man, it's going good. We got about 20 seconds left in qualifying, and just kind of want to give your take about tonight, how you're feeling, what your plan is, and how you plan to attack this race.
Stay out of everybody's way and don't wreck, man. Road racing is not my forte at all. We're sitting here debating on what to do, how to strategize, and I really don't know, man. You dialed on the wrong cat for road racing stuff. Of going to have to beat Zach Westain. It looks like he's awesome. I mean, he's just putting down laps, just as unreal. So we're going to grid up here and pull these belts tight and hang on and see what happens, my friend.
Well, there you go. Well, hey, I love it. You're exactly who I wanted to talk to. So, man, good luck out there. Hope you have a good race. Keep it on the track, and hopefully we'll be seeing you at the end of the race.
Hey, man, appreciate you. Appreciate all you do and all the viewers out there, man. We really enjoy working with you, man. You're top shelf, my friend.
Thanks, sir. Charlie Elmore there. Well, that tells you what what I think. I got Charlie because I feel like he's gonna set the how everybody's gonna feel about this race, which is hey, I just want to stay clean, and I think he fits pretty much everybody's deal here tonight. You've got a couple drivers who really take the road courses, but most everybody's just gonna be trying to survive, and it's gonna definitely be a tough one. 45 laps. It doesn't sound like a lot, but we're talking about a minute and 13, at least sometimes a minute 14-second lap. So it's going to take a while to get this thing done. But let's go ahead and bring up the grid and let's talk through it. Zach Wetstein on the pole. He is our Chuck Pegleg Pole Award winner. So congratulations to him as he is able to take that top spot by quite a big margin, 3/10. Jonah Colbert starting outside on the front row, or right side on the front row. Daniel Cunningham. Jonah Colbert actually has a really good starting spot. For some reason, starting second is, I believe, I don't know how they're going to do that. So I think Zach may actually have the inside run into turn one. So anyway, Jonah Colbert going to start second. Third, Daniel Cunningham. Fry Hubbard starting fourth with a great qualifying run for him. Steve Loving starting fifth. Starting sixth, Garrett Kinder. Starting seventh, William Griffith. Starting eighth, Jesse Necula. Starting ninth, Cameron Combs. Starting 10th, Aaron Adcock. Starting 11th, Josh Oswald. Starting 12th, Charlie Elmore. Just talked to him. Starting 13th, Christopher Heiner. Starting 14th, Eric Burkhalter. Starting 15th, Justin Ray. Starting 16th, Brandon Pollock. Starting 17th, Jonathan Cofield. Starting 18th, Chris Reese. Starting 19th, Josh Lokenfitz. Starting 20th, Kieran Church. 21st, Brandon Wallace. 22nd, Stephen McDonald. And 23rd, Christopher Tate. All right, we're getting ready to go green. I think the pace car is going to jump out right here, and I think we're going to get going. And no pace lap, as Zach Weststein's got a pretty big gap here. And green flag is out. 45 laps here at Watkins Glen. Let's see how this goes as they go down into turn one. And see who is willing to be a little aggressive and who's going to take it easy. And so far, so good as we watch turn one. Everybody seems to get through pretty cleanly. You got 62, Chris Reese out there. Tony said he got a development deal today to run with some guys who do setup. So exciting deal for him. That's always a lot of fun. Oh, we got Aaron Burkhalter's crashed already as he just completely. Oh, he crashed coming out of pit road. Oh, no. Oh, my goodness. Oh, that is horrible. Is Eric Burkhalter starting from the pits. I don't want to laugh. I'm trying not to laugh. But it just seemed like he was falling asleep coming out of pits and just didn't turn and spun himself out and wrecked and just immediately exits out of the car. So a couple guys, sorry, Eric, I don't mean to laugh too much, but just don't watch this till later. But so far, so good up front as everything has gotten by pretty clean. As we got a couple side-by-side racers up here as Justin Ray. Oh, 53. Who is that? That's Jonathan Cofield goes around. I don't even know what happened to him. Didn't get hit, just got a little bit on the gas, or maybe a little bit too soon. And so already big trouble. No fast repairs unless they added some later on that I'm not aware of. But no fast repairs tonight. So you got to take care of that car. And so far, some guys already struggling to see Eric Burkhalter in pit road, Jonathan Cofield. Garrett Kinder is now crashed. Uh-oh. Let's see what happened. Trying to get on that throttle, maybe just a little bit too much in the S's, and that bad boy just comes around. Let's see if he hits anything. William Griffith able to get around, so is Jesse Necula, Kieran Church. all those drivers able to, and then for some reason he just backs it in. He's like, I didn't get no damage on that left rear, so he just backs it into the railing there. So Garrett Kinder going to be all the way back into 18th spot. And we're already seeing lap times be well off the pace of what qualifying. Qualifying was about 1:13 for the top runners here in last lap. Zach Wetstein ran at 1:19, so definitely taking it easy on the pace. So that time by, never mind, they are back down to normal. Got a change for second place as Daniel Cunningham taking over the second place position from Jonah Colbert. Jonah has dropped back from the start spot. Kieran Church running in 9th place. This man is rolling. Did not qualify in that 22 money line car. It's a good looking car. Man, I hate to say it. I'm gonna go ahead. Well, I hate to do this, but fortunately, this is gonna be the Smil Racing Design, the best design of the night. As man, that is a good looking scheme. Definitely a real life scheme, so I hate to give it to him. I know some people will be upset about that, but hey, I don't really care. I like it. It's my award to give out. Damn it, I give it out for number 22 here in the church. And he's also in the running for the Hard Charger Award, as he is up 11 spots from where he started, able to miss some of the accidents, and has moving through the field. It's a good 2 seconds faster than about 4 or 5 drivers in front of him, so he is moving. Chris Reese has crashed. Stephen McDonald has crashed, apparently. Or maybe just ran off the field. Josh Oswald at 17, Superior SPM, Superior something Motorsports, has gone around. See if we can see what happened to Josh here. Man, just just kind of broke loose on him. Doesn't look like he hit anything. Got cars coming. No, he just gets off the track. Very smart move there to get out of the way. And so it looks like he didn't hit anything, so he should be good to go. But all the way back in 18th place. So a lot of work to do. So already you're seeing guys not following the rule of just keeping your car clean. But this car offers a lot of challenges. You see Josh going by, I think it's Eric Burkhalter, who we saw wreck early in the race. And he looks like he had a fast repair. That car looks brand new, so maybe they did give him a fast repair. So interesting development. Guinea says, wishing you luck from Canada. Let's go Steve McDonald, number 68. Man, Rebel Racing Network going international. Love to see it. Kevin Kinder says, hello, y'all. What's going on, Kevin? Good to have y'all in chat. Y'all let me know what you want to see. If you got any requests about anything specific, let me know. I'll do the best I can. I'm going to try to keep up with all the action going on around the track. A lot of guys are running off the track or crashing. Cofield has crashed off a pit road, it looks like. My goodness. He just crashes down into turn 1 right in front of Josh Lokovitz and knocks the hood off that car. So tough deal. Jonathan Cofield, one of the he's a really good oval racer. Hadn't had some of the finishes maybe to back it up, but definitely extremely fast. But struggling here at Watkins Glen tonight. Check in on Jesse Necula, an 84 Waltrip Brewing Company. Sporting the blue and purple today. He is currently in 9th place, 1 spot less than where he started, but maintained pretty well. As the only reason why he lost that spot is because Kieran Church is on the move. See right in front of the team sheet, working on the back end of. Let's go on board with him. see as we watch, you know, just how difficult road racing can be because there's only so few passing opportunities. You can't just pass somebody whenever you want to. There's very, very few passing opportunities. So you have to take it when you get it. Like right here, Kieran Church going to be able to get to the inside, but going to get loose. But should have the position here on the inside going into the S's. You have to be careful entering in on the right side like that. But just very few passing opportunities. As we bring up the track map, and I'll kind of try to highlight it the best I can. But the bus stop that the 22 machine is about to go into is a good passing spot. After you come out of the S's, you get a run on somebody and outbrake them down into the bus stop here. And the bus stop basically just a way of slowing cars down before the carousel, which is a very technical turn right here. As you see, it really unloads the car in a weird way. You want to get on the gas, but you just can't. You've already seen somebody crash in the carousel, and it's very, very easy to do, especially as you unload off of that. It's going to be really, really tough. But, yeah, just so few places to pass, so you really have to pick and choose. You can't just pull out and pass whenever you want to. But if you watch Kieran Church march the field, Cameron Collins kind of guard that inside a little bit. That should open up the right. Kieran didn't give as good a jump as he probably wanted. But Kieran's getting up to the part now where you know, he's passed all of the fellas who were about 2 seconds slower than him, but now he's getting into real competition for him. Guys running similar lap times, so it'll be even harder and harder to get this done. We see Garrett Kendrick coming down pit road. Kevin Kinder says he wants to see the number 13 to win. Can I make that happen? You know, I probably can if I could just, I think I got admin controls, so I can go in there and maybe kick Zach Whitstein out, a couple of these top 5 drivers, disqualify them or make them do a pass-through penalty. That might help out. As you see Garrett Kinder come into pit road, you'll see the fast repair there as somebody was gracious enough to allow for fast repairs tonight. As, you know, normally you want no fast repairs to be able to facilitate green flag racing. You don't want guys to go out there and just wreck over and over again. But here at a road course, we don't have full course cautions like you would at an oval. So, yeah, it's less of an issue. You want more guys on the track. You don't want guys wrecking out and quitting immediately. They're not road course racers. So somebody smart enough to make that call. So guys are able to go in there and get the car fixed, get back on the track, and have fun, man. That's what it's all about anyway. But Jesse Necula, man, we just talked about him. He has gone on track, and front end's completely gone. He's definitely going to need to come down and get one of those. Look at the Kinder Farmer wreckage rewind to go down into turn 1. Is he going to overheat the tire on exit? Sure does. And, man, just nosedives into that corner. Right as Christopher Heiner coming out of pit road, he has to come to complete stop as Necula backs up out of the way. That's your Kinder Farm and Ranch wreckage rewind. Oh, Charlie Elmore has gone around, wrecking right in front of the leader here in the S's. Zach Westside in the Sweet Tart machine coming by. So he eats his way back to the S. Is going to be a difficult spot there, as that's a very one-lane area, but he's able to get back going and left that 20 machine back to pit lane. Let's go back up front as we kind of check in on the leader, who has really set a really nice pace. However, Jonah and Daniel still about 3-4 seconds back. So, not exactly pulling away like maybe I thought. Maybe having to deal with a little bit of lap traffic. But that time by Jonah Colbert, the fastest car on the track, as he is currently putting Josh Lokovitz a lap down. So far, an exciting race. You know, I kind of thought we'd end up kind of bored, and there's still plenty of time. A lap 11 of 45, so a lot can happen, but these guys running off track and keeping it exciting. Hopefully one of these JC Motorsports drivers can put a little pressure on Zach and make a race out of it. Oh, something happened to Steve Loving. Looks like he has gone off track and popped that front hood off as well. They need to figure out something better with those hood pins or something, because people have, there's got to be a pile of hood somewhere. But Steve Loving running 4th place. Let's see if we can, maybe I don't have a incident for him. If we can maybe find. Okay, looks like it might be right here. Let's go see if we can figure it out. We still got the hood on. Oh man, just gasses it up in the bus stop. And that joker turned to the left. We saw the same thing happen to Jonathan Cofield. And yeah, I mean, running 4th, those kind of mistakes, man, will just wear you out. But Kieran Church, right now, one of the faster cars on the track, not really fast enough to run down the top 3, but man, has driven all the way up to 4th place from 20th. So Kieran, I mean, it's probably a little disappointing knowing that you're this fast and started from the back instead of qualifying. I don't know if he decided not to qualify or if he maybe had a couple off tracks that invalidated his lap time. But Kieran definitely fast enough to run with the front runners, but unfortunately is going to have to figure out a way to make up 12 seconds that he is behind Jonah Colbert, which is going to be a tall ass. So, but probably a pretty fun drive driving up through the field. William Griffith having a great run here in 6th place, fighting here with Cameron Combs for 5th. Griffith started 7th, has picked up a spot. You see him getting a little bit loose there off the corner. It seems like in these Cup cars it didn't take but a second, and you're pointed the wrong way. You see right behind him Fry Hubbard in the Juicy Fruit 42 machine. Oh, Juicy Fruit and Big Red. I kind of like that. You know what? Man, I actually think I made a mistake. I can't take it back now because the one that I gave the Spill Race Design paint of the race, I gave it to basically a trade paint special. And I don't know who painted this, if it was Fry or somebody else, but that's a good looking scheme. I kind of like that. He normally drives a nacho cheese Dorito car, so that's what I thought it was. And but man, that's a really nice paint scheme. Oh, that looks like a trade paint special too, because the numbers are all. He's got Sim stamp numbers on top of them. Numbers. We'll just let that go. A couple interesting decisions here. I see Steve Loving. I would imagine these guys have to pit at least one time, so he may just be trying to limp around, do his pit stop, so he doesn't have to pit twice. The car seems like it's still got plenty of speed. You know, that hood doesn't really matter. Aerodynamics, not a huge deal here, and I would imagine it's more of a visual bug than actually missing the hood. So even though his hood is gone, most likely the game is still acting like he has a hood on there. Last time by, still running in the 115, so that's basically what he's been running all race. So the car seems like it's still in good shape. Justin Ray behind him, running in 9th place. See a little crinkle on that right front, but so far able to make up 6 spots from where he started. And that 38. Oh, as soon as, oh no! Oh man, well, hopefully Ratchet Miller's not in here to see this, but the broadcaster curse gets Justin Ray as he hits the wall, flips over, and just keeps on going. He's got the Earnhardt helmet on. You can hardly see it in there, but he takes out the cones. Just no respect for the track workers. Just takes out his frustrations on the cones. We'll get off of it before Ratchet Miller gets in here. Let's check on some other guys. Brandon Wallace up 9 spots from where he started. He's having a great run. Not somebody I would think. You know, this may be the surprising road course racer. You know, Brandon Wallace started. He's actually made up 10 spots now as Justin Ray is going to the pits, get that car fixed. So Brandon Wallace showing a lot of strength here, running really competitive lap times, keeping the car clean. Car looks super clean, and you know, that's what you got to do, is keep the car clean. So far, so good for Brandon Wallace. I'm actually impressed. See Jesse Necula right in front of him with that Chevrolet Modified. Well, while everybody's starting to get spread out here, as this actually is going to be a battle for position, we'll see it play out. But it looks like Jesse Necula, his car is hurting pretty bad, so it should be a easy pass for Brandon Wallace here. Right. Brandon Wallace does pull out and take that position into turn 1. Gonna run a little wide here. Is Jesse Necula good? Oh no! Broadcaster curse. Oh, and he saves it. He didn't get hold of that wall. Yeah, he just kind of entered in low and it pushed out on turn 1 and almost went around. Excuse me. As man, I'm gonna be in trouble here. I gotta quit. Gotta get off some of these guys. Let's go to Zach Westheim for a little while and see if we can make that happen. Zach is out to a 7-second lead over second place Daniel Cunningham. And Fields out. So what I want to do here is I want to take some guys who are running towards the back, and we'll watch their line, and then we'll jump up front with Zach Wetstein and see what the difference is. So right now we're on board with Josh Oswald. You can definitely see he's just taking it as easy as possible. Josh Oswald will tell you in a heartbeat, this ain't his type of racing. It ain't short enough for him. And you can see he's just taking it really easy. Definitely not aggressive on the throttle, braking early. Of course, we've already seen him loop it in this turn right here, so definitely going to be a little gun shy there. But you can definitely see just early braking, slow rolling through the corners, picking up the throttle really, really easy. And that's how you do it. That's how you get to the end of these races, especially if you don't feel confident as a road racer. We'll watch his up through the S's, and then once he gets to the bus stop, we'll swap over to Zach Wetstein and just see what the difference is. I mean, how do you make up? Right now, Josh Oswald running about a 118. And Zach Weststein's last lap for 114, so we can try to figure out where maybe Zach is picking up 4 seconds here as we watch a lap with Josh Oswald. Oh wow, you see, Cofield again in the wall. Man, Cofield having a tough night. You see how rough those bumps are, as it looks like it's dragging the ground as you get over the top of those curbs. As it slammed that front end around and kind of lost front traction there. So, interesting what they're dealing with. Let's go forward with Zach Wetstein. And we watch as he crosses the start-finish line. Let's see what's different. being a little bit more aggressive in the S's. You get a lot of speed here. It's just keeping the throttle down, just making sure that he doesn't spin the tires. Got some lap traffic in front of him, but he should be a little bit more aggressive in the braking zone. He's about 100 feet earlier than Josh was. Getting on the throttle a little bit sooner, and oh man, Justin Ray gonna hit the wall right in front of the leader. Zach able to stay out of it. Zach being a little bit more aggressive in the carousel, using all that track over to the left side, that runoff. And then definitely way more aggressive in this current turn, as you see the car kind of shift weight as he's hitting on the brakes, and all that weight tries to come forward, and then turn in a lot earlier. See how tight the car looks. So definitely can see sort of the wear on the tires there. As we are 26 laps to go. Right in front of Zach is a battle for position as Brandon Wallace has run Jesse Necula back down. Oh, and Josh Lokovitz on the track there with some damage. We saw last time we saw Brandon behind Jesse, looped it into turn one. Let's see if he can make this pass that is for position. Well, Kevin Kinder, if you're still watching, Garrett Kinder currently the fastest car on the track. Got a lot of time to make up, running in 12th place, but definitely has a fast enough car. You see these two drivers let the leader by. Brandon Wallace real easy into turn one that time, as he is not looking to push the issue. Really no point. He's probably faster. At some point, you're going to get around him, and then you have 24 seconds to Aaron Adcock. So no real pressure to get it by him as soon as possible. Speaking of Aaron Adcock, let's go and check on what the Poman Motorsports 23 machine is doing. As he is currently running in 9th place, having a great run. I'm very impressed. Looks like some of these guys have been practicing, and that's important, man. You got road courses in this series. It's important that you work on that skill, as in iRacing or in real life racing. They have 6 or 7 road courses this year, so it's important to work on that skill. Aaron, you can definitely see him sliding that car, having put a lot of wheel into it. Again, he says, thanks for showing us the in-car view. This is pretty awesome. Makes me want to start iRacing. Do you have many women drivers? No, not that many. iRacing, very male dominant, but there are definitely some women who iRace. And you know what, Guinea, you might be a pro in disguise. You never know. But it was definitely a good time. I've been sim racing for since I was a youngin, back in the day, and it is definitely one of my favorite hobbies. It's sort of a love-hate relationship. You can't really figure out what you want to do sometimes. Run in officials, run league races, and I've been off and on since 2009 in iRacing. Had about through college and early getting out into the workforce. Didn't really spend a whole lot of time racing, so been able to get a little bit more stable spot. You see Eric Burkhalter go really wide out of turn one. Been able to get back into it and met some great people. That's what the best part about iRacing now is. Early on, didn't have league racing. Now it does. you can find people that you fit in with, people that have the same interest and same personalities, temperaments, and stuff that you have, and it sure does make it a lot of fun. It's, oh man, Aaron Adcock gonna blow through the bus stop there, as he's gonna have to give up some time a little bit. Whenever you blow through the bus stop or blow through any kind of turn like that, iRacing will actually give you a certain amount of time. You have to give back up on the lap time, so you'll have to give that back up, or they'll throw him a black flag and basically disqualify him from the race. But he was able to hang on to it and get it back rolling. Kieran Church has gotten around Jonah Colbert for third place, so Kieran, not really sure if anything maybe happened to Jonah Colbert, as he had 12 seconds to run down Jonah. Jonah may just be, as soon as I say that, Jonah's going through the grass and hits his right front. So Jonah's struggling a little bit, as it's time for pit stops, as second place has come down pit road. Daniel Cunningham in that Rowdy Energy Toyota Camry come down and get his set of tires, and you see Kieran Church right behind him. Don't want to be the guy that stays out too long. Zach Wetstein's got a huge lead. May not be that important for him, but everybody else, you want to make sure that you pit a little bit early. And when you pit early, it's called undercutting. Basically, the reason is you may be running 116s on the set of tires right before you pit, and then after you pit, you might be running 113, 114s. And so if you stay out running 116s while everybody pits, they're able to make up a lot of time on you. So I would imagine we'll see Zach Wetstein come down pit road pretty soon here, as he is working through some lap traffic here. Let's see if he decides to pit here. And he does not, so Zach gonna hang on to that track position. Daniel Cunningham pitted and is some 50 seconds behind him. As Chris Reese gonna go a little bit wide there. Got William Griffith coming down pit road, making his pit stop. Steve McDonald on pit road as well. Steve McDonald running 17th. He was involved in an early crash. Been on pit road about 3 or 4 times, so definitely having some issues to work through, but I think he'll get it done. Cameron Combs gives up third place to make his pit stop. And you see Daniel Cunningham on the top of your screen there. Going to come by for that for position. So Daniel Cunningham making use of those tires. Zach Wetstein coming through the last 2 turns. Let's see if he decides to come on down pit road now, or Daniel Cunningham maybe, and he does. So leader coming down pit road to take his 4-tire stop, fill it up with gas. 20 laps to go, and then Eric Burkhalter spin it again. That dirt affliction car, he's like, man, where the hell's the dirt? He's able to get it back going without any issue. We got a bunch of people on pit road. Jesse Necula hoping he's got a fast repair to be able to get that car fixed. Able to maybe hold off Brandon Wallace there. So impressive run by Jesse. Let's see if he's got a fast repair in the bank. Should see a repair immediately, and it does. So Jesse Necula hangs on, gets his fast repair. Jonah Colbert gonna assume the lead, has yet to pit. Expect to see him in any time. Zach Wetstein back on track after his pit stop. Daniel Cunningham able to get into the lead just a little bit, but he's about 9 seconds behind, so that's quite a bit of time to make up. And Zach's going to have fresh tires now. But even though you're that far behind, it doesn't matter. you have to stick with it, because one mistake, and you've seen some easy, like just simple mistakes, just missing the turn, sliding through, just some small issues, become real big problems. As it doesn't take much, and you're spinning out. That's 9 seconds. It doesn't. It'll evaporate pretty quick. Here in the church here. Made his way up to 4th place after Jonah Colbert cycles through. He should get that 3rd place back. But Jonah's still on track, and Jonah's still, that damage obviously not hurting him. He's still running in the mid 115, so that's pretty good. A lot of guys are running in the 116s at the end of those runs, so Jonah able to put down some pretty quick lap times, but Zach Wetstein some 4 seconds behind him. And we got a wreck here on the front stretch as the leader's coming through. You see the leader coming down pit road. The whole track's blocked as Christopher Heiner and Josh Lokovitz able to part the Red Sea there and get them back rolling as Aaron Adcock flying through. Jonah Colbert gives up the lead, comes down pit road, going to get a fast repair and fix that right side and get back at it. Yeah, but that was the number 1 and the 79. Let's see if we can maybe go back and see what happened to those drivers. Christopher Heiner here going into the last turn. Gets off the corner just fine, and then, right into the water barrels. And I don't know where Lokovitz, Justin Ray, able to get through there. Lokovitz was trying to, no. Josh Lokovitz, let's go back and watch it. I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh, but if it's funny, I can't help it. Let's go on board with Josh Lokovitz. He was just trying to sneak through there on the right side. Maybe wasn't expecting where he was going to go. He saw Justin Ray take the spot, and then, just clips that, clips those barrels, and man, it's really tough to get out of that. As you see, so many drivers trying to get through as the track pretty much blocked. Yeah, Ratchetville says I can't throw him under the bus for cautions. Well, the broadcaster curse has struck a couple times already. There's been a couple drivers I said, oh man, a really good run for this guy, then immediately spin right after that. So, but a good race so far, y'all. It's been a lot of fun. As Garrett Kinder looks like he is passing Josh Oswald. Garrett Kinder involved in an early incident. Fell all the way back through the field and had to come down and get a fast repair, and has just been working his way back up through the field. But a pretty good recovery as he's just right outside the top 11. Got a battle going on here for 5th place. Steve Loving trying to work his way back into the top 5 after running 4th early in the race, and lost control of the car. Jonah Colbert goes off track. Man, the left side already messed up on that 31 machine, so Jonah's struggling. Go back to this battle as so far Cameron Combs able to hold off that 27 Coca-Cola Zero car. Race is just scooting on by here on Intensity Broadcasting, and I'm loving it. We have about 16 laps to go. 7 cars on the lead lap. Right over your last car on the lead lap. Fry having a good run, man. Pretty impressed. That is not a battle for positions. Garrett Kendry is a lap down, so not a battle for position. Looks like Justin Ray has crashed. Been a tough night for both Justin Ray and Jonathan Cofield. Justin Ray running 15th. See what happened to Christopher Heiner here, also having a rough night as well. As we see him parked into the barrier here. Oh, he's actually stuck, can't get out. Just gets on the gas a little bit too hard and gets stuck in the fence there. So bad night getting a lot worse here for Christopher Heiner. Check in on the leader. Apparently has a 15-second gap on second place. So Zach Wettstein having little to no issues getting around the track, which is no surprise. Zach, really good on ovals. But he is just on another level compared to most folks in this league on road courses. Aaron Adcock on pit road. He's already pitted once. I'm not really sure what. Oh, he's got engine damage. You see that smoke coming out of the back end of that 23 machine. So Aaron having some sort of issue. I don't see any like physical body damage, but gonna pull in pits, get that brand new engine almost immediately. Let's see if we can go back and see. He may have downshifted too far and blew the motor. You see him right here. Go in the cockpit. See maybe where it went wrong. Oh, that's where it went right there. Let's see if we can go back, see exactly what happened. Oh yeah, instead of shifting up into fourth here, you're gonna see that gear right there under that red, right in the middle of your screen. You'll see gear 3, and watch it. Shifts it down to the second, and that was all it took, and blew that motor. So luckily he's able to get back in pretty quickly and get that fixed and maintain his position. But a scary moment there if you're Aaron Adcock. Woo, that could have very easily taking you out of the race. Luckily he was able to get back to the pit road. He would have had to tow if he wasn't able to get back. That thing would have fully expired. So looks like he just probably tore a couple gears out of it. Have it clanking around in there. Cameron Combs able to hold off Steve Loving. We saw them battling a few laps ago, but it's pulled away just a little bit. And these two have been battling all race long, it seems like. Jesse Necula in that purple and blue car, and that blue and yellow Sunoco machine, the one in the middle. Those two have been battling position for quite a while. Oh, we see Justin Ray there on the inside. Justin Ray just having a tough night, man. Just whew, ready to get this thing over with. Let's ride as we watch this battle between Jesse Necula and Brandon Wallace. Jesse taking a little peek as Brandon Wallace cooks it going into turn 1, and that's going to give that spot up to Jesse Necula. Brandon Wallace taking it extremely wide. Maybe got a little bit of that pressure from that Walter Brewing Company 84 machine. So move Jesse Necula up into 8th place. Well, every time I go to Burkhalter, he has a new car, and then I go back to him, and his car is all jacked up. And I've done that 2 or 3 times so far. Eric really struggling tonight. There's a lot of guys who just have constantly struggled. He's one of them. Justin Ray, Jonathan Cofield, Josh Lokovitz has had a little bit of a struggle. Number 1 of Christopher Heiner as well. But you can't see the iRacing licenses for road that I can see. And most everybody on the oval side is an A license. And if you don't know how the license, Aaron Aycock goes around. Oh, no. Oh, my goodness. Pulls right in front of Fry Hubbard. Very close. But Aaron Aycock goes around. Going to lose a lot of time. That's going to give Garrett Kendrick a top 10. But if you don't know how iRacing works, the way that they did it back in the day, it's a little bit different now, obviously, to make it a little bit easier. Back in the day, you had to work your way up. As you joined iRacing, you didn't get to drive these cars immediately. There were no leagues to join. It was all official online racing. And so you start out in the rookies. If you pick your discipline. You want to run oval or road, or you can do both. But the licenses are separate. And so if you were a rookie, as Aaron Aycock blows through the bus stop again, man, those cars are ridiculous when they land. They're hitting those curbs, and it's throwing the car up, and when it lands, it's dragging the front end, and you're not able to turn. As we'll actually go back and show that, so you can see exactly why that's happening to Aaron. But he's going into the bus stop. You're going to see him hit this right here, and when it lands, you see the front end just doesn't turn because it's dragging that car, and so he blows right through it. But anyway, when you join iRacing, if you decide I want to just do ovals, well, you could, and so you start out as a rookie. It's Aaron. He's struggling. He's on the struggle bus now. But you start at rookies, you run the Legends cars, the old 34 Fords with basically motorcycle motors in them, and you run little short oval tracks. And you run that for about a month, maybe longer. You're supposed to run the full season, work on your safety rating, and at the end of the season, you would move up into the D class, and then you would run late models. Then you run up to C class, you run the trucks, and you run the B and the A, and so forth. And that's how the iRacing license system worked. You had to work your way up through it. You can do it a little bit quicker these days if you're a safe driver, but it still applies. But most of the guys here on the oval side, their licenses are all pretty much A. But here you'll see a rainbow of different colors, as you only have 2 A-class road course drivers in the field tonight, and that's Zach Westside and Steve Loving. Daniel Cunningham, Kieran Church are C-class. Jonah Colbert, Fry Hubbard, B-class, along with Chris Reese, William Griffith, and Christopher Tate. And then you got a lot of D and a lot of rookies. So if you're a rookie, that means you hardly have ever done any road course on the official. So it just tells you just how little experience is on the track tonight. And man, that was a really long-winded conversation about iRating and licenses. When all that was going on, Cameron Combs apparently had some sort of issue. We saw him in front of Steve Loving, and oh man, just on the front straightaway drops the tire off into that grass. This is why you don't text and drive, guys. goes down and hits that wall hard. This is an extremely long road course race. Most of them aren't this long, and so it's very, very difficult to do 45 clean laps, no matter who you are. Well, Daniel Cunningham sitting in second place, some 17.5 seconds behind Zach Wettstein, running comparable lap times. Kieran Church running much faster, trying to run down Daniel. He's about 8 seconds back from him. 7 laps to go. That's going to be tough to make up. You'd have to be over a second faster a lap, and he's not quite that. So not going to make it up there to Daniel, I don't believe, but we'll see. Keep an eye on it as he is running faster lap times. Garrett Kinder Farm and Ranch, Ratchet Speed Shop, number 13 Ford Mustang, running in 10th place. Had a few incidents that put him behind the 8 ball, but he is pretty quick. You know, he's definitely running just as fast lap times as the top 3. Just a few off tracks. So far, I can see the incidents. Justin Ray currently with 15 incidents right now, so he, like I said, just had a tough night. Charlie Elmore, we talked to him at the beginning of the race. First thing he said was, I'm the wrong person to talk to, and but he's had an issue with Van Cofield, another one, he's having a lot of issues as he goes around. See what happened to him there. And just like we've seen a bunch already, just trying to give it a little bit of gas, and the car just doesn't seem to respond well to that. Well, not that many battles going on in the track. Everybody pretty much spaced out. The closest driver to another person in position right now is Steve Loving and Fry Hubbard. Steve Loving about 5.5 seconds back. He is about last lap by. Let's see, we'll check the times at the line. About 1.5 seconds faster. So Steve Loving may have enough time to get there at that pace, so we'll keep an eye on that, see if Steve can get into that top 5 position. Apparently Kieran Church went off track, may have just went a little bit wide and got it off track with no issue, as he is fastest car on the track right now. So 25 seconds behind Zach Wettstein, our leader. 7.4 seconds behind Daniel Cunningham. Like I said, not going to be able to make up that ground unless there's a mistake from that 54. You see right behind him. Yeah, he definitely is. He is very, very strong. Talking about Zach Wettstein, very strong road course racer. He is pretty much dominated anytime we go to a road course. There's another road course racer out there that I would love to see in these cars, see how he would do, is Goat Locker's Cody McElwain, who is a fantastic road racer. I think he's probably, I don't know, it's hard to say. If you put Zach and Cody together, I can't tell you who would win. Is it those two? Man, they can get with it. They are definitely the best on the road course, and then there's a little gap, and then there's a handful of guys who are pretty dang good at it. They definitely have set themselves apart from everybody else. Got 4 laps to go. Just trying to monitor this second place run as Kieran Church started in the back, 17 spots so far. He is the Ray Cobb Hard Charger Award winner. Like I said, don't think he's got enough, even though he's turning really fast lap times. Just not enough time to run down Daniel, who is still about 5.5 seconds ahead of him. But definitely not without lack of trying. And Jonah Colbert some 37 seconds behind Kiernan, running in 4th. A few rows running up in the top 3, a couple mistakes put him behind the 8 ball. And Fry Hubbard, man, just having a great run, man. Really, really impressed with Fry, running the top 5 pretty much all race long. Trying to fend off Steve Loving. This will be kind of the battle that we'll try to watch as we get down to the end of the race. Steve Loving, about, like I said, about 1.5 seconds faster every lap. And that is enough to catch Fry. So Steve's got to work through this lap car of Steve McDonald. And get around him quickly. May run down this 42 machine, maybe have enough time to maybe get a pass on him. Coming around to take 2 laps to go. We'll see the times at the line. Fry Hubbard runs a 1:16.04. Steve Loving runs a 1:15.88. That's not enough. Steve's going to have to actually what happened was Fry picked up almost a second on that last lap over his previous time. So he saw Steve coming. And if I know Steve probably said, "Hey, Fry, I'm coming." And so Fry was able to see it happening and get up on the wheel a little bit. Gap is still 3.5 seconds. As we watch Zach Wetstein come through the last 2 corners, coming to take the white flag. Extremely clean race for Zach, so he's just got to do it one more time, another 1:15 minutes, and he'll be the winner of the Road to Slow 200. As William Griffith looks like he is backwards on the track. He burns it out, gets it turned back around, and gets it back going. Zach going to come through the S's here. Make his way through the bus stop one last time. See all 4 tires come up off the ground. Drives down into the carousel, just taking it easy. Lap car in front of him, but should be able to get through it no problem. Comes through the last corner. And checker flag. Zach Wetstein gonna win, as you see Garrett Kinder spinning out there in the back, but Zach Wetstein takes home the victory by 20 seconds over Daniel Cunningham, as we watch Daniel Cunningham here as he is coming through that last turn, able to put together a hell of a race for him. That Rowdy Energy gonna come home in 2nd place. Coming through the last turn, right behind him is Kieran Church, up 17 spots from where he started. Going to take home that last podium position. So a great run by Kieran Church as he is able to drive up through the field all the way to 3rd place. Very, very impressive. 4th place, Jonah Colbert some 40 seconds back. As you see, we got Aaron Adcock, and he's going to pull out of the track. Oh, my goodness. Everybody able to avoid that. So Jonah going to come through the last turn himself. And take home that 4th place. Fry Hubbard is spinning through on the last lap. Fry Hubbard, battling with, oh my goodness. Unless they were a lap down. I'm not really sure what's going on here. They may have been a lap down. Maybe that's what's going on. I'm not sure what in the world they're doing. But I think maybe they were a lap down. So, all right, so that's my bad. So Fry Hubbard does come home in 5th place as the Rebel Rumble starts here on the front stretch. And here are your results. Pretty fun race, I have to admit. That's first road course race I've ever broadcast, and that was a lot of fun. So looking forward to the next one. But let's go ahead and get our interviews going as we bring in our 3rd place finisher, Kieran Church. If we can find him. There he is. Kieran in the Eddie in the booth. You got me?
Yep, gotcha.
Well, Kieran, I don't know if you're disappointed, happy, or what, and I guess that's why we do an interview, so I can ask you. But you drove drove up through 17 places from 20th all the way to 3rd. Really, really fast. Are you disappointed that you didn't try to qualify and start up towards the front, or are you happy with your result?
I'm actually happy that I got the result, but I'm disappointed because I knew I could have kept up with Daniel and probably would have been at least a race for second. In qualifying, I spun out coming off the last turn. I went to back up just a little bit to get a run, and it disqualified me. So I didn't get it to qualify after all.
Oh my goodness. Well, that's disappointing, but hey, I actually am more impressed knowing that I thought maybe you just chose not to qualify, but knowing that you had trouble in qualifying and be able to recover and drive up through the field and finish 3rd, man, really impressive. So really awesome stuff. I mean, what were you dealing with? What is this next gen car like on a road course? To kind of give the viewers an idea of what's different versus maybe the old Cup car.
Well, actually, this is the first time driving this car, period, whether it was road course or oval. But it was real touchy at the top of the S's. You had to kind of square it off and kind of just not too much wheel input with the throttle a little bit more. And then you would think the braking with the tires and the bigger brake pads would be a little bit better on braking. But the positive you'd be able to do is you could actually drive it in a little bit more with more brake pedal than you would the other car, where you had to brake hard, then the kind of light off the brake. You can kind of go in trail brake a little harder than you would the normal car.
Well, man, just impressive. A pretty clean race from you, and able to come home in 3rd place. So very, very impressive. And you're also the Ray Cobb Hard Charger Award winner. So congratulations. And who you want to thank? Any shout out sponsors that you got tonight?
Yeah, I want to thank Martin Sports. Go ahead and check them out at martinsports906.com for any sports apparel for shirts, gloves, anything like that. Got to thank everybody over here at the Rebels Racing League and everybody doing the broadcast tonight. I appreciate it, guys.
All right, well, there you have it. Kieran Church comes home in 3rd place. We will bring up Daniel Cunningham. Duty shoot, this is Eddie in the booth. You got me?
Duty shoot coming in loud and clear.
Well, pretty good race for you, man. You're able to get second from your JC Motorsports teammate and kind of rode there all race. You tried to short pit, came out behind Zach, but just I don't know. Tell me about your race. What were you dealing with the most, and maybe what you needed to try to run down that 4 car?
Think about the only way I would have caught the 4 car is if he would have had to, leave early to go to work or something. He's definitely in his own zip code. Honestly, the car didn't drive all that bad. It's probably the best driving NASCAR car that I've had on a road course. It was just one of those things where Zach's definitely the resident road course alien, and tried to keep up with him, was able to a little bit at the beginning of the race, but yeah, he definitely was in his own zip code today by every measure.
Well, we saw a couple drivers in the bus stop as that car seemed to leave the ground as you really get aggressive with those curbs. And a couple drivers would land, and it seemed like their front tires would be bouncing, so they would lose front grip. Did you ever struggle with that? Did you have any issues with that going through the bus stop?
No, I didn't really have that issue. I mean, I definitely felt the car kind of, like you said, it almost like it wanted to lift off the ground going through there. The biggest thing that I found was that you just have to hit it square. You got to try to keep, especially that first turn into the bus stop, you almost want to aim for the end of the guardrail and try to keep all four tires on it. So that way I guess it's bouncing evenly or symmetrical, however you want to word it. But, and the biggest thing that I fought was just making sure, because you got to use the curbs to go fast through there, just making sure that I didn't overshoot it a little bit and flip the grass on either side of it, because I definitely did that a time or 12 in practice and had definitely doesn't work out too well. But yeah, I saw the same thing though. Definitely a tricky part of the track to try to get through.
Well, able to have, man, a really, really clean race. A lot of people having issues and struggling off track spins and stuff. Able to keep your car clean, run fast laps, and bring it home in second. Who you got to thank, man? These sponsor shout outs.
Hey man, as always, thanks for putting on the broadcast, giving everybody the opportunity to watch us go out here and race. And thanks to all of our league sponsors, the admins, for everything that they do, putting all the sessions together. And just appreciate all the work that goes into it. And thank everybody for putting it on.
Well, there you have it. Daniel Cunningham comes home in second place in the 54 Rowdy Energy Toyota. Sandwiched in between two Fords. But let's go ahead and bring in our winner, Zach Wetstein. Zach, sitting in the booth, you got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, Zach, very comfortable race for you. I think we all expected it. I don't know if you enjoy that people expect you to win at road courses. I don't know if that adds more pressure or makes it a little bit easier. But you didn't disappoint tonight as you completely dominated this race as expected. We watched your laps a couple times. Looked really smooth. Didn't seem to really have much issues at all. Tell me what are your thoughts as a road course guy, somebody who has driven lots of different vehicles on road courses. How do you feel about the next gen on this particular track, and also tell us about your race?
Man, and including myself, after that race, I think it gets too much hate about the brakes, because while you do have to brake maybe a little bit earlier than these other cars, the trail braking into these turns is so much smoother with this car than, say, the trucks that we're running tomorrow. So once we got about 5-6 laps into a run on this race, I mean, that car is probably one of the best cars I've ever had on iRacing. The old Cup car, I mean, it had no rear grip at all. By the 6th lap, the rear end of your car was trying to be next to you instead of behind you. And this car just felt super comfortable. So I think that the more people run it, I think the opinion about it will change because it felt really good. And then, honestly, this race, outside of a couple of times where there were people wrecking in front of me, yeah, it was comfortable. It goes both ways with people expecting you to win a road course race because, it feels good because, you can feel confident going into the race, and confidence is everything at road courses with how you brake. But also it can be kind of an iffy thing because road courses, you can mess up. It doesn't matter who you are. There's 7-8 opportunities on this track to mess up. So overall, it just felt really good, and I was glad I was able to keep the lead off the rip and just kind of smooth sailing, being able to run my own race instead of maybe having to race for position throughout that race.
Yeah, absolutely. So another dominant performance. There's really not much to talk about as you had a pretty uneventful race outside of that. So, but a great job, good win, definitely super impressive. I mean, even though you're pretty good at road courses, it's hard to be perfect. It's hard to not make a mistake. And so there's a lot of credit that needs to go to Zach to be able to do that and not, be able to have a clean race, especially dodging all those, there's a couple roadblocks out there. So, and I don't mean that in derogatory. There were actual roadblocks of cars sitting across the track. So
I don't know if you saw it on the front stretch, but there was 2 cars
Yeah.
sideways,
Yeah.
and there was just 1 lane in the middle.
Yeah, so could have ended pretty badly. So, but a great win, a great job, and as always, who do you have to thank? Sponsor shout outs.
Oh man, Rosa Rebels Racing League all together. Everybody that comes together to make it happen. The admins, Griff, you for broadcasting, ORRL Farms, Putt Rehab Incorporated, Custom Steel Buildings, Smell Racing Design, Shiba Inu Crypto. Getting pretty good at that name. That was tricky at first, but Intensity Broadcasting, Peg Leg Felts, Kinder Farm and Ranch. My parents who support me. I know my dad. I don't know if my dad watched tonight because usually this is movie watching night, but I'll talk to him tomorrow about it anyways. And yeah, just everybody here tonight. There were some times on track where, someone may have gotten in the way, but they're running their own race, so that's fine. But for the most part, everybody was really nice tonight about just kind of giving the leader the lane that I needed going into the next turn. And they don't need to do that, as you know. It's the leader's job, but everybody was really nice tonight, so I appreciate that.
Awesome. Well, congratulations, Zach. He takes home the victory tonight in the Road to Slow 200 with a dominant performance. But a good race overall. A lot of guys who were struggling. But that's to be expected. 3 cars on the lead lap. Zach Wetstein, Daniel Cunningham, and Kieran Church, and Jonah Colbert. So 4 cars on the lead lap. Fry Hubbard rounds out the top 5. Then you have Steve Loving, Jesse Necula, Cameron Collins, Brandon Wallace with a great finish. Garrett Kinder recovered back to 10th place. Josh Oswald, Brandon Pollock, Aaron Adcock, Stephen McDonald, Justin Ray, Jonathan Cofield, Charlie Elmore, Chris Reese in 18th. 19th, Eric Burkhalter, Christopher Heiner, William Griffith, Josh Lokovitz, and Christopher Tate never turned a lap. So great race. Had a lot of fun. And I think we pretty much covered everything. So thanks everybody in chat that was active. Guinea, good to meet you. Hope you're still watching. If you did, if you ain't, it was glad to have you. Kevin Kinder, Ratchet Miller, as always. Glad to have y'all. Want to thank Intensity Broadcast for letting me fumble around on their channel and broadcast this race. So if you're watching from Intensity Broadcast side, glad to have you. Hope you come back every Saturday night. Yeah, pretty good race. A lot of fun. Very interesting. I like the no cautions thing. We really get to see everything play out like it would maybe in real life. So good race. Want to thank all our sponsors, ORRL Farms, all the award, John Schmiel, Chuck Pegleg Phelps, P&J Hard Luck Award. Definitely going to give that to Justin Ray and Jonathan Cofield, as that's just a tough deal. So P&J Hard Luck Award winner goes to both those drivers. Mr. Irrelevant, it's going to be Christopher Tate. Just never turned a lap. But all of our sponsors, definitely appreciate them. Appreciate everybody that supports this league, as we run a free league here. We don't charge people to run, and we have races almost every night. And that's a pretty big ask. Most of them are broadcasted, so without the sponsors, we really couldn't get that done and keep it free for a lot of folks. So definitely appreciate them, man. It means a lot. So thank them. Thank y'all for watching. If you're watching this later on, hello from the past. And yeah, we'll see y'all tomorrow night. Intensity will be back with the Outlaw Series and Rebels, both at Watkins Glen. That'll be tonight we thought the guys were having issues. Tomorrow night it's going to be a mess. So definitely a different animal that truck is. And then Rebel Wrestling Network will be back on Monday night for the Retro Cup Series finale as we crown our champion, Ronnie Osmer. But, yep, great race, and we will see y'all next week. Anyway, y'all have a good night.